Hi, I'm Alex Howard, and in this short video blog I wanted to explore a question that often comes up around our Conscious Psychology Practitioner Training Program content, which is, should we focus on creating our future, on setting goals and being kind of focused towards that and how we can create the life that we want, or should our focus be more on living in the now? Many of us have come across books like The Power of Now, for example, which really emphasize being here, being in this moment. And it can often feel like a bit of a conflict between those two things. Do I focus on being here, or do I set my goals towards the future? You could even add a third piece to this, which is, how about the role of the past? Should we put our focus towards past events, things that have happened to us, and healing those? And what's interesting really is the strap line of our training is actually healing the past, creating the future, living in the now. And the reason why is that all three of those things have their place. Sometimes there are events in the past which we need to be able to let go of, we need to resolve. Those feelings are influencing how we are now, how we're experiencing ourselves right now. And it's also really important that if we're not creating the future that we want, often what we find is we just drift through life and we don't have the life that we want. So we need to be able to have goals and to challenge ourselves to move forwards and explore the things that get in the way of that. But equally, if we're just focusing towards the future never comes, right? We're always moving towards the next thing. So the secret, of course, is to be able to, yes, heal the past and also create the future we want, but to also learn to live here in the now. And that's one of the reasons why we talk about conscious psychology, of being conscious of actually being here. Because so often in our lives we're on automatic pilot. So often we're kind of caught up in things from the past, we're trying to get to the future, and we're not actually in touch with what's really happening. Now, that often takes a certain amount of work to be able to do that. You know, sometimes we think, well, I just need to be in the now. We read a book like The Power of the Now. I need to be here. But we're trying so hard to get to the now that we're actually missing it. And there's all kinds of patterns and programs that pull us away from being here. So learning how to see those, to understand them, to work through them, but also to learn to be here is really important. So there's many questions that come up around this material. There's not a simple answer. Actually, the truth is that each piece has its place. And maybe the question to ask yourself is, where are you more focused? If you're more focused towards the future, you probably think you want more of that, but actually probably what's needed is to learn to be a bit more here. If you're very focused on being here, but you don't set goals for the future, perhaps that's more the focus. And when it comes to being a practitioner and working with clients, it's also really important to be able to distinguish where is that client's focus. Because if they're someone that's always pushing towards the future, helping them learn to come back and be here is important. But equally, they may need to be able to have some goals towards the future. So that flexibility and that clarity can be really, really important.